So we're moving on to the steps of multiplying a 3-digit number by a 3-digit number. So in the first step, you're going to multiply the bottom number in the ones position by the numbers on top. And guys, we're going to go through all the notes together. If you need to pause for any reason, feel free to do so to catch up. I will show you step by step how to do these procedures in the algorithm. But for now, we're just filling in the notes so we know we can refer back if we are unsure of what steps to follow. So your first steps are to multiply the bottom number in the ones position by the numbers on top. You're then going to put a placeholder 0 below your first partial product in the ones position. Give you guys a chance to write that down. Then the next step, I'm going to use a different color. You're going to multiply the bottom number in the tens position by the numbers on top. And again, you're going to put a placeholder 0 below your first and second partial product. So pause for a second. I'm going to use a different color. So when Miss Madera goes through the steps of tic-tac-toe, and I put the toe was the placeholder 0. But now that we're doing a 3-digit by a 3-digit, it's going to be tic-tac-toe in the ones position. And then when you multiply by the tens, it's tic-tac-oh. And you'll see what I mean by that. But for now, make sure these notes are on the side. You put a placeholder 0 in your first and second partial product. Uh-oh. That's what those 2 zeros stand for. Uh-oh. And you're going to put the zeros, or excuse me, the partial product in the tens and ones position. And last but not least, I'm going to use a different color. You're going to multiply the bottom number in the hundreds position by the numbers on top. And then you add up the 3 partial products. Make sure you have all this. If you need to pause, please sure to do so. I'm going to go ahead and model the first example right here. So I'm going to scoot this up. So just like the steps where we're multiplying 2-digit by 2-digit numbers, I'm going to look right here. I'm going to cover this up because I'm only worried about the ones position. Let me fix my light. There we go. So 9 times 6 is 54. 6 times 1 is 6. Adding 5, that's 11. Carry the 1. 6 times 4 is 24. Plus 1 is 25. And now I'm going to do tic-tac-toe. That's where this first 0 comes in place. And then I'm going to go through the steps again. Let me actually zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to cover this up because I'm not worried about the hundreds yet. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. 2 times 4 is 8. And then I go tic-tac. Uh-oh. Can you please add right here? Uh-oh. First one is just tic-tac-toe. The second one is tic-tac. Uh-oh. And the reason I say that is to remind myself I need to put 2 placeholder zeros. I need to start in the hundreds place because now I'm multiplying the hundreds place up here. So I'm going to keep moving on. Now my last step, I'm going to multiply the bottom number in the hundreds place by the numbers on top. 3 times 9 is 27. Now this part gets a little careful, or you need to be a little careful because you have a lot of other numbers floating around. That's why it's so crucial to cross out the ones you no longer need. So back to my problem, it was 9 times 3 is 27. Make sure it goes up over the 1 right here. It's kind of stuck up here. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5. And last but not least, 3 times 4 is 12. Make sure all my places are lined up. You guys, at any time, you can go get graph paper from the drawer and use it if you need extra room. So I multiplied my ones, my tens, and my hundreds. My last step is I'm going to add up all of my partial products. So 4 plus 0 is 4. 1 plus 8 plus 0 is 9. 5 plus 3 is 8. Plus 7 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 plus 8 is 13, 14, 15, 16. 1 plus 2 is 3, and 1 plus nothing is that. There is my mega super wumbo sized product. I almost said quotient. That would be wrong. This is our product. All right. I'm going to go ahead and try one more problem with you guys, and then you will move on to work on the rest of the problems in your group work. So let's do one more together just to be sure that we got it correct. All right. This time I'm actually going to use a little piece of Post-it to cover up my numbers that I'm not worried about at the moment. See how janky that looks. That's okay. I know I can still see through it, but for the sake of what we're doing, this will help me make sure that I'm multiplying all the right components of my multiplication problem. So let's get started. 5 times 8 is 40. 5 times 1 is 5. Plus 4 is 9. 5 times 3 is 15. And then I go tick, tack, toe. And now I'm moving on to my tens place. I need to get a different color. 8 times 1 is 8. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Now I'm going to go tick, tack. Even though there's nothing up there, guys, I'm going to go ahead and mentally in my head think tack as if I were to cross out something. And then, so that was tick, tack, uh-oh. And now I'm going to get a new color. Here we go. And last but not least, my hundreds place. So 7 times 8 is 56. Make sure you're carrying your numbers to the right position. I don't want to accidentally have this 5 floating over here by the 3 because that will mess up my answer. So that was 8 times 7 is 56. 7 times 1 is 7. Adding 5 is 12. Ooh, sorry. I said 5. I meant to put 12. Sorry, guys. Carry the 1. That's a 2 right there. Sorry about that. 7 times 3 is 21. Plus another 1 is 22. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this one. So these are my uh-oh, my 6, my 2, and then another like that. There we go. So now if I add up all these numbers, this is a little cleaner. 0, 17, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 2 more is 7. And then 22, I got, these are from my earlier problem, so I'm going to put a circle here to not confuse myself. So then it's just this. And there's my answer. 227,370 is my product. All right, guys, here's what I want you to do. You're going to try this problem out on the front of your notes. Let me zoom out. And then you're also going to work on these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 problems. It says guided practice. You can work with a partner. You can use a multiplication chart. And I want you guys to complete this because when we come back on Monday, we'll check all this together. If you finish early, you then move on to Dreambox or any other unfinished work. Good luck, guys. See you Monday.